Who's bearing the brunt of this? Nigeria?
If you import, you pay. If you export, you pay. So if Nigeria is exporting more or importing more, they pay more.
But we seem to be giving it more cost than other West African countries.
That's why Nigeria is the superpower of the region. It comes with a cost.
Should we even take upon ourselves that toga of superpower? Shouldn't we address our own key challenges and then drop this toga of, in the name of superpower, we can't take certain actions. Countries are doing certain things against our nationals, even over this EVD, and we think, no, we're big brother, let's take it easy.
If there is no big brother, then the region will suffer. Even when America was having its challenges, economic challenges, they still provided leadership as it were in the world. So it comes with a cost. I agree with you. There are periods when Nigeria is shouting no power, and we are still assisting others to have power. So if you focus within your country, then you become an island.
But looking more candidly, though, do you think that we're really on the path to, real economic integration? Or do you really think that it can happen if political stability is not assured within member states of the region?
That's why the major focus now of ECOWAS is on political stability or issues of election. 5 countries in West Africa that is very crucial to the survival of the communities having election. Nigeria is there, the big power hosting ECOWAS. Burkina Faso is leading on the mediation efforts in the region. The president of the country is the lead mediator in the region. So, and there is a question mark whether he wants to continue after over 3 decades or not. Côte d'Ivoire is going through election. The issues that led to the 2011 ethnic coup political dispute is still there. It has not been resolved. Togo is there. So these are all very key countries in the region that are going through elections. So nobody knows how that will affect the economic integration even going forward.
What about the Francophone countries? They also plan having their own currency.
They already do.
So how are they playing their part in ECOWAS?
The second part will be for some countries to join Nigeria and have its own currency. And then we do that for a while, and then we now have the ECO, hopefully. But I can assure you that it is not something that will come soon.
But is there a silent friction between Anglophone countries and Francophone countries in West Africa?
Yes.
How are we addressing that? Because it looks as though that is a Cold War kind of scenario.
It's not just Anglophone, Francophone. It is Anglophone, Francophone, Lusophone. We have 2 countries in West Africa that speak Portuguese, Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau. We have 5 countries that speak English, and then we have 8 countries that speak French. So you will always see those politics. But how do you address that? The ECOWAS provide that opportunity in terms of the integration process, in terms of the rotation of the leadership of ECOWAS. Even in my own office, I can assure you, West African Network for Peace Building is sometimes such a tensed thought that you wonder whether if this happens within civil society, how then will it play out in the political sector? But that exists because also the international support comes also from countries that ally with either Francophone, Anglophone, or Lusophone.
Can we rule out any kind of pressure from those international countries to the maybe Francophone countries here, trying to make them know, stay true to us rather than your allegiance to ECOWAS wholly?
I'm not sure how soon that will be. If you look at what happened in Côte d'Ivoire, France had to take leadership, right? If it's happening in Nigeria, you probably will not see France providing that leadership. If it's happening in Benin, another French country will provide leadership. Mali, France is providing leadership.
Which is what we see regularly in those Francophone countries.
Yes, but what ECOWAS is also saying is, we want your support, not your leadership. We want to be in front.
What about those countries themselves? Are they saying the same thing for themselves? Because if they were, those countries are not forcing themselves on them, are they?
It depends on what fits your own template. For example, in Côte d'Ivoire, Gbagbo said, this is an internal Côte d'Ivoire issue.
And
I want ECOWAS to take leadership, even though he used to be the friend. Then Ouattara said, why are you making this an internal issue? I want everybody to come in. So it depends on what fits your plan at that moment. But the truth of the matter is that ECOWAS more and more, whether it is in Guinea-Bissau, whether it is in Mali, whether it is in Côte d'Ivoire, they are trying to put their foot on the ground and say, we are providing leadership, we want your support.
Have you seen any improvement, pardon me, have you seen any improvement whatsoever, ECOWAS of 1975 and 2014, in terms of capacity to handle our affairs, either militarily, economically, saying, we don't need some of these external forces, for instance?
Maybe not 1975, but in the 90s, I've seen a lot of improvement between how ECOWAS addressed the issue of Sierra Leone, Liberia at the moment, at that point in time, and how they addressed Mali and Guinea-Bissau, and even Cote d'Ivoire. I've seen a lot of improvement.
So just quickly, though, you're looking at the 2015 elections as one who is into peace building. Are you optimistic as to what it's going to look like in the West African sub-region for 2015?
If I lose optimism, then that would be disastrous. But where I'm concerned, I'm very, very concerned. We need to work more on that. And that has to be a collective approach. If we continue to blame, we'll end up having a very chaotic period 2015. The indices are not good. The indicators are not good. But the good thing is that there is will, whether it is from ECOWAS, from member states, from civil society, from media, there is the will to collectively address them.
What should those countries work on? Those indices, what are they? How should we work on them? What are they?
Yeah, some of them are systemic issues. Political parties are not ideology-based, they are ethnic-based, they are religious-based.
Is this the same thing across West Africa?
Almost. And then we need to make sure that we have a review, if possible, of the Democracy and Good Governance Protocol of the ECOWAS Commission. Why? It simply says, don't touch my constitution 6 months to the election. People are beginning to touch it even 4 years before. So it's not responding to the issues, for example, of whether real or not, of Sierra Leone. We are not sure. The president said, I've not said I'll contest. He has also not said I will not contest. Burkina Faso have not said I will contest. He has also not said I will not contest. These are all things that are bringing tension and at some point leads to violent extremism.
All right, so I have to thank you for coming on. Chukwuemeka is a director in West African Network for Peace Building, WANEP. They've got this official partnership with ECOWAS on issues of security and peace building. Thank you for coming on this morning.
My pleasure.
We'll be